Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well today. Today is the 5th of October. It's been a great week. It's been a very long week, but I hope you guys have had a great week too, and let's see how we have done some things this week. So, what I wanted to talk this week about is something that I'm sure is going to be a very hot topic with people. Anybody who is watching this, I'm sure I've tried to get most of my students to watch my videos. The hot topic is actually going to be about cell phones. I got my cell phone right over here, the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. Here's the thing. As you guys know, I never use my phone during class. I do take attendance on my phone, but I use my phone strategically, and in those first 5 seconds of class where I'm taking attendance, that is the only time I use my phone during class. Now, here's my cell phone policy. If you are using your phone, I take it. And it's crazy because literally before students really knew anything about me, I put it in on the very first day. I told y'all on the very first day I take phones. My name is Mr. Hernandez. Here's the very first thing you need to know about me. I will be taking your phone. And I've changed this throughout the years that I've taught. I used to take the phone and give it back at the end of the class period, but what I noticed was that kind of became a game. It was kind of like, oh, Mr. Hernandez, he took 20 phones today in this class. Okay. And I didn't like playing that game. There wasn't a real consequence to it. So then I changed it again. I said, okay, I'll give it back to you at the end of the class period. But if it happens twice in a week, I'll give it to an administrator. And again, it just kind of became something that I wasn't comfortable enforcing it. So what I did this year was, I'm going to take your phone and you can come get it back from me at the end of the day. That was the very first thing that y'all learned about me. It kind of became this thing of, he's actually going to follow through. And I'm very good about following through about students on their phones. I'm going to wait for you to use your phone at a time where I am walking around and you're supposed to be doing something else. Like you're supposed to be trying this problem on your own. You're supposed to be graphing something. You're supposed to be writing down the vocabulary words for that day. If you're supposed to be doing those things and you're on your phone, you are not concentrating on the class. So that's where I go over and I take your phone. In that way, it's not a big scene. I think that's something that makes it a lot easier for me to take students' phones, is that if I'm not causing a big scene, everyone's a lot happier. Now, why do I do this? Why do I go through this effort to take y'all's phones? And it's not because this is an addiction. You got to be able to put this away, and you guys are becoming addicted to it. It's like heroin. No, I'm not saying that. The reason why I take your phones is, in a lot of ways, the way you guys use phones in class is a very high form of disrespect to me. You are disrespecting me and the rest of the class. You are saying, I have other business that I'm going to be handling at this time. What's happening in this classroom is not important. You might feel that this class may not be the focus of your life, but for the minutes that you are in that class period, you are able to focus. And the very cool thing, I feel like the very cool thing that I do for you guys is I give you a lot of time to be on your phone. And it's not even just to I'm not saying you have the time to get on Snapchat and text your friends and, go to Instagram and do all this other stuff. That's not why I let you guys use your phones. I'm very big on technology in my class, and so I let you guys use your phones to access my website, to access the notes, to access the homework, to look at the key, to look at pictures that I've posted online, something like that, or to complete surveys. And that really enhances your learning experience. So that's how I use the phones. And the fact that you're able to have this in your hand and to look at the problems and to see the classwork and to see the homework, the fact that you have that in your hands, will satisfy your thirst more than me saying no phone for the rest of your lives in this class. Like, no. This is a very good device. It connects you with the rest of the world, and it's a very good device. It saves paper a lot on my end, and you guys are able to fulfill that addiction that you might have. It's not an addiction. It's a good use of technology to have that phone on you. You just need to be taught when is the appropriate time to use it, and how should I be using it at this time. That's why I have this policy in place. It's not because I'm trying to punish you guys, and it's not trying to keep this addiction away from you, because in fact I let you use the phones during class. It's because to me it is a high form of disrespect. You guys are saying that I'm going to be doing something else besides what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, I'm not saying that you do not have stuff going on outside the classroom, but there's so much drama in your lives that when you guys are trying to take care of all the drama in your life, you are never going to learn maths from me. You are never going to get calculus done if you're focused on that drama. So when I say no to the phone, that drama leaves. You are able for 45 minutes or 100 minutes, you are able to forget that drama that's going on in your life because you are so focused intently on what's going on in here that yes, you might have it in the back of your mind, but you're not getting those updates. In a lot of ways, it takes the drama out of your life. And I'm helping y'all out, so you're welcome. So here's the thing with the phones, and I actually haven't had too much of an issue with it this year. If you give me attitude, I will give you a choice. You can give the phone, the device to me, the headphones or whatever, or you could choose to give it to an administrator. You have that choice. But either way, that phone, you are going to suffer the consequences of that device. Whether it's headphones, a phone, a laptop, whatever. I've never had an issue with a laptop. Nobody has brought a laptop to my classroom. But if you give me attitude and you just refuse to give me the phone and you just end up walking out, I'm not going to push that button. I'm not going to call an administrator and say, hey, we have a walkout. We need to send out a search party of 2 so we can find such and such students. No, I'm not going to get on the phone. I'm not going to call an administrator for a phone. Here's what's going to happen. If you do not give me the phone, if you do not give an administrator the phone and you come back with a pass from that administrator, you can't just come back, okay, yeah, I gave it to so-and-so and they have my phone. I'm not going to believe you. Here's what's going to happen is if you give me attitude and you just end up leaving with your phone, you do not get to dodge the consequence of losing your phone for the day. What's going to happen is you're going to come back the next day. You know, if it's the next day or in 2 days or over the weekend in 4 or 5 days when I see you next, you're going to give me the phone on that day. And you're going to be like, I'm not going to give you my phone. That was a week ago. Yeah, I see where you're coming from on that. But you don't get to dodge consequences. What's going to happen is you're going to choose to give me the phone or you're going to choose to give it to an administrator. Now, I've had students not show up for 2 months. I am not saying you cannot come to my classroom and you cannot learn. I'm not saying that. I am saying you have to still suffer the consequence. I'm not going to take your phone from you every day. I'm going to give you the opportunity to come and learn, but you still have to suffer a consequence. That's kind of the thing is you're going to show me this utter disrespect of and then ends up causing a scene. Like I said, I do things in a way so I don't cause a scene. If you give me this disrespect, then the consequence has elevated. And like I said, I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I do not need to call an administrator. I do not need to suspend you. Like, I have that power, like I'm the god of suspension. But what I'm going to do is make sure that I follow through on that consequence. I'll even call your mom or dad up, say, yeah, Mr. Mom, Mr. Dad, so-and-so is not going to come to my class until they give me their phone. And they're going to be like, okay, they'll give you their phone tomorrow. That's what they always say. Usually, that's when the student shows up and says, I don't have a phone anymore. And guess what? I still don't believe you. Y'all always have your phone. In this school, there's just a lot of pride, I guess, when it comes to having your phone and being able to feel like you're connected to everything. you can still have that pride and you can still have your phone and still use your phone in my class. I just want it to be used properly. When you have me take your phone from you, yes, it was disrespectful, but I can live with that and we can move on from that. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to teach you guys this was not the right time to use the device. Okay? Now you are going to have to spend the rest of the day, whether that's first period through eighth period or whether you're in my seventh period class and you only have another hour until the end of the day, you're going to spend the rest of the day actually focused and learning in your classes. In a way, that is a bigger benefit to you, but you're also learning the fact that you need to focus while you're around, right? And that's something that I'm big on, and I follow the same rules that I give you guys. I never use my phone during class unless it is during an approved time, which happens nearly every day. The reason I'm doing this is I'm trying to teach you guys the appropriate times, when to use this device, when can you bring it out, when can you really focus on the things that are outside of class. So like the last thing I'm going to say is discipline is everything, and if you don't have it here in high school while you're learning from these adults, these mentors that are trying to teach you all these things, if you don't have the discipline here, you're going to not have the discipline when you go to your next job, when you go into your career, when you go to college. And this is your chance to learn that discipline. Again, these are teaching opportunities from me to you, and if you learn from this opportunity, you're going to be better off for it. You're going to gain better discipline, and you're going to become more successful because of that discipline. So thanks for listening to me today. I hope you guys have a safe weekend. It is a 3-day weekend. My name is Mr. Hernandez. Keep working hard. Stay safe.